Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video we are basically going to learn about Recyclerview and how to implement Recyclerview in Android and how to list the data l- list of data in our Recyclerview in our Android application. So in if you have watched my Android development training with Java series, you might have uh, found a video which is about customizing list view. So this is basically similar to that. With customization, at least you can list the data on the screen, and recycler view does basically the same thing, but it is way more efficient and it gives much more functionalities than list view. So recycler view is more efficient way to list the data on the screen. Recycler view, as the name suggests, if suppose I have 15 items of data, a list of data that I have to show on my application, and my screen can hold up to five items of that list. So other than that five items, another 10 items of the data will be recycled, and when I scroll the screen, the new items will shown on the screen from that recycler items. So that's basically the concept of recycle view. So without wasting time, let's just get started with the practical implementation of this. Before that, let me just show you in drawable folder. I have downloaded three images: BMW, Ford, and Lamborghini logos, and I pasted them in this drawable folder. So make sure you have the simplest name with the small cases without any special characters in it. So otherwise, Android Studio will face some issues recognizing these images as a file. So anyway, just download any images that you want to show on your list of data and paste them into the drawable folder here. And basically in the recycler view, we are going to display an image, and alongside that image will display the name of the company. So image of the Lamborghini and the name Lamborghini. So that will be one item of the list. So we'll display basically the three items in the on the screen. So to display image, this time we'll basically uh, display images in circular formats, just like if you see the profile pictures of people in your WhatsApp or Facebook application, just like that. But to do that, to implement that, we'll need to use external library. So let's learn how to use external libraries in Android Studio. Let's go to Google Chrome or any other browser and search for circular image view Android. And the first link, which is the GitHub repository, just go click on that and scroll down that. So this is the way our images will be looking like. So scroll down and copy this implementation dependency file line and just go to Android Studio. And don't worry, I'm just gonna put that GitHub repository link in the description. So if you don't want to Google, you can just find that link to that repository from the description itself. Now in Android Studio, go to this build.gradle second build.gradle file, which is module level, not the project level. If you go to project level file, you will find this dependency block, but this is not where we want to paste our external dependencies. Instead, in the second file, we have our dependency block here as well. So here we'll whatever external library we want to use, we'll paste them here. So I'm just gonna comment to recognize what dependency it is for. So I'm just gonna write circular image view and just paste that dependency and sync the project, and let the project sync itself. Until that, do not do anything, just let the project sync, otherwise you may face some problems later. So our project is synced now. Now go to the main activity. In my case, my main activity where I want to display the recycler view is activity another. You might have some different name for that. So anyway, go to the activity where you want to display the recycler view and take the widget recycler view, and I'm gonna keep my layout height and width both match parent, not wrap content. I want it match parent. Yeah, and the ID will be RCV, stands for Recyclerview. And just to be sure, I will give the constraint both horizontally and vertically to parent. Now that's it, we don't need to do anything else in this file. So go to another activity and let's initialize our recycler view. Well, RCV of type recycler view equals to find view by ID r dot id dot rcv. Now to display the data, we need to create a model class from where data can be displayed. So to do that, just go to this Java folder, right click on that and create another Kotlin class or file, and this will be a data class. So data class basically doesn't have a class body. In most cases, it's not that it should not have a class body. You can make a body of this class, but it's not necessary. So I'm just gonna name it item model, from where we'll fetch the data. And in the constructor, so we want to display two things. One is the name and one is the image. So for name, I'm gonna take a variable of type strings. I'm just gonna name it name, and this will be a type of string. And another variable will be for image, which will be the type of integer. So img, so I'm image, let me just write the whole thing, image, which will be the type of integer, because these drawable elements in the drawable folders are going to be the type of integer. That's why we have taken the image as the type of integer. So anyway, we don't need to do anything else in this class. Now to display the data in Recyclerview, we need to attach an adapter to the Recyclerview. So we have to make the Recyclerview adapter ourselves. So now again, go to this Java folder and right click on that and make another class. I'm just gonna name it RCV adapter. Now RCV adapter will inherit from Recyclerview dot adapter class. We'll need to give the type of this class, which we'll do it later. Now go to the body of this class and create another inner class. I'm just gonna name it my view holder. As the name suggests, it will hold the view of a single item of the recycler view, and I'm gonna pass item view as a parameter of type view, and it will inherit from okay, I have to import this. Just press alt enter and it will import the view, and it will inherit from recyclerview dot view holder class, and we'll pass this item view as a parameter to that. Now here as a type, we'll pass this class. To access this class, basically, as it is the inner class of RCV adapter, we have to write RCV adapter dot my view holder. Now as we can see, it is giving us a warning because we need to implement three methods in here. So if you press alt enter, it will suggest you to implement member function, or if you go inside this and press Ctrl I, this dialog will pop up, and from here you can also implement these three methods. So basically this adapter will receive the list of data. So before explaining these three methods, let me just create a constructor from where we'll accept the list of data into this adapter. So I'm just gonna create a list here, a variable for list, which will be the type of item model, from where we'll be fetching the data. So yeah, this adapter will receive a list of data of type model, item model. And let's now uh, understand these three methods, these three functions. So the simplest function is get item count. This basically returns how many items are going to be displayed on the recycler view. If you pass 0, recycler view will not implement any recycler will not display any items in the list. So you make sure you don't pass 0 here. And as you can see, it returns the integer, so we have to write return. And we want to we can just write list dot size. So it will basically return the size of the list, and it will now display every data that this list contains, right? So yeah, that's it for this method, this function. Now let's go to onCreate view holder function. So this view holder onCreate view holder function is called when Recyclerview wants another view holder. So when user, for suppose when I scrolls and new items are needed to be loaded on the Recyclerview, this method calls every time, right? So here we'll create a view of a single item of the list. So let's just implement here. First of all, to create a view, we need to actually create a layout file for that view. So let's go to this layout folder, right click on that and create a new resource, layout resource file. And I'm gonna name it rcv item rcv, instead item rcv. And in here the height will be the wrap content of the root element, because I don't want a single item to hold the whole screen. So yeah, and I'm gonna take an image view, sorry, circular image view instead, because we are using that external library to display circular images. So height and width will be 100 dp, and height will be 100 dp as well, and id will be rcv image. And I'm gonna take a text view to display the name here. Both height and width will be wrap content. I'm gonna display sample text here, sample name. Then text size will be 20 dp, and text color will be black, so it is more visible from smaller screens. So yeah, now to give constraint, I'm gonna go to this design view, select the rcv image, give constraint left to parent and constraint top to parent as well. The margin top will be 32 dp and margin left will be 16 dp. Now select text view. I'm gonna give this constraint left to this image view and constraint top here to the parent. So I'm gonna give my margin left 16 dp, so it stays at some distance from this image view, and I'm just gonna drag it down to the middle of here, so it's 60 dp margin top. Yeah, so this is how our view is going to be look like. So to show it better, I'm just gonna take a source example like this, and here is our single item of the list will be look like. So yeah, we have created the layout. Now let's, okay, we need to give an id to this text view first. So id rcv text. Yeah, now we can close this item. And in onCreate view holder, now we have to create a view first. So let's take a variable for view equals to layout inflator dot from. Now we have to give the context as a parameter, but as it is the adapter, not an activity or a fragment, we cannot directly get the context. So to get an access to the context, we can use this parent, which is type of view group. So let's just write parent dot context, and then from then inflate. Here we'll write r.layout the layout that we created, item rcv. Second parameter will be parent, and third parameter will be false because we don't want to attach this layout to the root element. If we write true here, your application will crash. Now we have to return our inner class my view holder uh, with the parameter of this view that we inflated. So yeah, that's it. We don't need to do anything else here, and this onCreate view holder will be similar in every time you create create a recycler view. So yeah, you can memorize it or whatever. So this is going to be similar. Now to display the data, we can use this on by view holder. So as its name suggests, it binds or sets the data that we get from this list to the items of this layout. As items I meant the text view and image view, right? So first of all, we need to initialize that text view and image view. We can do that in here in our inner class. So val tv of type text view will be, now here we cannot write find view by id again. In fragment we were writing view.find view by id, but here we have item view, so we can write item view dot find view by id r dot id dot rcv text, and val image of type circular image view, circular, where is it, circular image view, here it is, item view dot find view by id r dot id dot rcv image. Now to access those tv and image in this bind view holder, we can use this holder class, and we can access them by writing holder dot image and holder dot text view. And suppose we have edit text, we can write holder dot edit text as well. So this is how you access those variables in on by view holder. But I don't want to repeat the same code, so I'm just gonna use apply block here, and here I can directly use whatever I want here, the tv, then a image, and whatever the widgets we have created. So we want to first we want to create a variable to access the one particular item at a particular position of the list that we are getting. So well, item equals to list position. So this this variable item will hold the element of list at this particular position, right? So now we can set the text to this text view by accessing this item dot name. This name is basically refers to the data class item model, and where we have created a variable called name, which is of type string. And image dot, now here we are setting image from the drawable folder, so we can use this method set image resource one with the integer, so use that, and here we can directly write item dot image, and this image basically refers to the item model that we created, and in item model we have variable called image. So yeah, that's it. We don't need to do anything else in this rcv adapter. Now go back to our main activity. Here we need to create we need to pass the list of the data to our Recyclerview adapter. So to do that, we first need a list of data. So let's create one. List of cards equals to, I'm gonna create mutable list of, we don't need to give any type here. So to pass the list of data, we'll need to take an instance of item model, and as a first parameter I'm gonna write the name of the car, which is the first car will be BMW, and as a second parameter I'll pass that image which we have in the drawable of BMW, and I'm gonna repeat the same line with different parameters. Name will be Ford this time, and the image will be Ford, and again name will be Lamborghini, and image will be of Lamborghini. Yeah, so we have list of the data. Now we need to pass two methods with our recycler view. So again I'm gonna use apply block. Apply. One thing we first need is the layout manager. So let's create a layout manager equals to, I'm gonna use linear layout manager, and we need to pass context here. So inside applied block we cannot just write this. Instead we just have to uh, write this at another activity, because if we just write this, if we refer to this recycler view, so the context should be of this activity, not the recycler view. So we have to write at rate another activity. And the second thing will be adapter, which will be RCV adapter with this list of cars. So yeah, that's it. We don't need to do anything else. Let's run our application and see how it looks like on our Android emulator. So as you can see, our application is run on the emulator. We have three different kind of data with image and name on it, and as you can see on this Ford image, it is of a type of circular image. So yeah, that's how you implement recycler view in Android and pass and display the list of data on your Android application. So remember a few things. Let's just quickly recap it. We made an item model class through which we displays the data of a list of data. We made RCV adapter, Recyclerview adapter, where in a constructor we are getting the list, and in inner class we are getting this widgets that we created in the item layout. To inflate the item layout, we use onCreateViewHolder method, where we return this my view holder inner class, and we pass the view that we inflate here. Then in getItemCount we just return the list, the size of the list, and on bind view holder we bind the list of data to the widgets that we have in our layout file. And in another activity, which is main activity, where we displace the recycler view, we pass the list of cars alongside we pass the list of cars as the parameter to this Recyclerview adapter class, and we set that adapter to Recyclerview adapter, and we take linear layout manager and set that to our Recyclerview layout manager. You can use linear layout manager, grid layout manager, whatever suits best to your application. Right, so yeah, that's how you create and implement Recyclerview in your Android application, and set the data list of data to the recycler view. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.